Hi, Dougie Burr from Douglas Tackle. Here's Stu. How you going, Stuart?
Dougie, how you going, mate?
Oh, it's so great that you're back, mate.
Oh,
Were
thanks,
you here
mate.
last week?
No, I wasn't.
No, I never can tell you here or not. Anyhow, guys, we're going to tell you about the fishing offshore. and we're going to start offshore, actually, with the Gold Coast Fish Report for this weekend, 31st, 2nd of April.
Yeah.
The weather, Stuart, Saturday looks like
Saturday is like the glamour day.
10 knots all day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sunday's report yet, so I can't really give you a good idea of that.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look as good on the long range stuff. But as Dougie said before, Saturday's the day. You got to do it.
You got to do it. Yep. I know. I'm going to be doing it before work.
Nice for some.
Yes.
See, that's why he wants me back. Because I got the keys to the city, and I'll be here at 8:00. Rightio.
Okay, so guys, the mackerel are on. You probably heard. You probably know. And we've been emphasising it quite a bit. Actually, doing a seminar tonight, Stuart, on catching spotties on metals. It's not as easy as you think. It's not just like cast out and wind it in like some people say it's easy, but it's still, when they're even thick, it's not easy. Some people can't catch it.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyhow, we're going to tell you how to do that. And then also casting stickbats and poppers for Spanish. So that'll be on tonight. So you can watch that live on our YouTube, Douglas Fish and Tackle channel, or Douglas Fishing channel, one of the two.
Something like that,
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. Wherever you're watching this, you can find it at the same place.
Probably. Anyhow, but let's get back to the report, Stuart.
Yep.
So, mackerel, mate, we went out on, what day was it? Tuesday?
Monday,
was it?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Smashed it. Yeah, bagged out many times. But we don't keep more than a bag limit because you're not allowed to.
That's right.
But anyhow, there was countless amounts of spotted mackerel around, and we got them all on medals, obviously.
Yeah.
And some good ones amongst them too. We lost as many as we caught, and we threw back as many as we caught, and had a great time. And there were also a few Spanish around in amongst that patch, but they were limited.
Yeah.
But in the last few days, Stuart, there've been quite a few Spanish.
There's been a few Spanish caught, particularly under like the tuna schools and stuff like that. As you're going up towards the pin, there's a lot of tuna schools. Make sure you're not fishing in the green zone. And
down towards Mermaid as well. Mermaid's had customer down there yesterday, got 2 Spanish and a few spotties. Yeah. And he said they were same deal, they were down deeper. Yeah. At the front, guys in today said they got his mate got 4 Spanish just afternoon off the seaway. Yeah,
close.
Yeah, close. Yep. So get out there. There's heaps of fish out there, guys. The weather coming on great. You have obviously the benefit of not using much fuel and fishing close out of a westerly wind or any wind. In that sort of 20 metre mark, and catching a good feed of fish. Great fun to light tackle, Stu, but he's light tackle, so it's really fun.
Very good, yep.
With my drag up on my sustain, but that's all part of the puzzle. We had a great time. Yeah. But offshore, other than that, there's been a few snapper caught. There's been dollies. Dollies are back on the tube. Yep. Reason being, it's the current's finding on around the south, so it's heading south now. Okay. So when it was heading uphill for that 6-week period we had, they didn't bite, not very well at all, but they are back on the bite now. So the 36 fathom fads are around that 65 to maybe 80 centimetre size. Yep. And the ones out in the 50 fathom fads are like 80 to metre 10. Yep. Yeah,
definitely a better class fish out there, a little bit wider. Yeah. They get less hits. So. And
a few wahoo mixed with them as well. We've had quite a few wahoo caught this last week from our customers, trolling. Some riding close to 30 metres, and good fish like 20 kilos. Some out on the back of the 24 fathom reef, some out the 36s, around fad 12, 12B and C. Just trolling around that area. And out wide, the guys fishing out wide, obviously a few wahoos, bycatch. Yeah. Marlin everywhere.
No, yeah. So a fair few got caught this week. Just guys live baiting for mackerel trolling.
And trolling deep diving hard bodies. Yeah. Like lots caught on hard bodies this week. Yeah. So no one's intentionally fishing for them. And marlin's one of those funny species where everyone sort of goes hard at the start of the season, then they catch a couple, then they just go to something else.
They go to mackerel.
When mackerel, they just keep catching, they don't stop. Yeah. It's a different scenario, I guess, when you're eating the fish. Yeah. So just when you put your light tackle skirts out and troll around that sort of 50 metre line, 40 to 50 metre line, all the way up from half out North Straddie down to Tweed. Yep. Or get out maybe on the back of the 36s and the back of the 50s. They should be on the tube. Yep. Yeah. And I'd reckon they'll be on Spot X and Deep Trade as well. Maybe worth a go. It's very, very late, but they will be there, I do think. Yep. Pearl perch are just starting, Stuart.
Yeah, so the current's not too bad out wide. It's raging a little bit in closer.
Yeah, it is a bit closer. Yeah, so
36's top area.
That's right. Yeah, we're at 1.6 knots, but I think we're at in 300 meters last week, and it was only 1 knot. Yeah. So as you go wider, it gets a bit better. But I watched the current chart this morning actually, and it's dropped off. It's dropping off as the weekend progresses. It's sort of pushing down south. That strong current we had earlier in the week. Yeah. So give that a go. So pearlies are great. We're actually looking at maybe doing a seminar next week on pearlies, but we'll let you know on that one. I'm not sure. But that's a popular one. But trying to squeeze in before Easter. See how we go. Might be on the Wednesday night instead of the Thursday night.
Mix it up a bit.
Yeah. So pearlies are good. And deep dropping, well, it's been fantastic. It's flamies, heaps of bar cod, and a few bass groper. Out in that sort of 250 to 500 metre depth. All over the place, north, east, and down off Tweed. Give it a go. Yeah. Other than that, Stewie, spanner crabs.
Spanner crabs have been good. Still in that like a little bit shallower duggies still.
Yeah. 46 to 48 metres sort of thing.
Yeah.
I did hear a report today someone getting them in 30 metres.
Yeah, that was up north, but
north was it?
Yeah. Okay. But still, it was like reasonable, like close to us.
You've got to try it, you never know, because no one ever drops it there, so they could be thick in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Give it a crack.
Yeah.
That's about it for offshore, guys. So give that a go. Remember, there's a lot of yellowfin tuna, long-tailed tuna, Spanish mackerel, and then obviously spotted mackerel, and then on top of the spotted mackerel is a little boat. Okay, it's about this big, tiny. So hence, actually I left them up here so you can keep talking.
All right, I'll just have a bit of a dig around, mate.
Yeah.
Do something.
Little lures that you want, little metals, and cast them out, and that's what the trick is. So just watch the seminar. We'll show you. These are actually wax wings. These things are really good too. They're like hen's teeth, very hard to get. We don't have many left. But this is sort of size.
Small size.
25 grams, 35 grams.
Yeah.
And cast it out, let it sink, and then just hook it in, pause, quite fast, and have your drag set right, otherwise it'll snap if you don't have it set right.
Yeah.
Or you'll get spilled. They're very quick.
They are.
Yep.
They are very quick.
Yep. Okay, so that's about offshore. Let's mose out the jump in, Stewie. So what's that going there, buddy?
Yeah, so still heaps of flatties around. I know it's like every single week there's flatties, but there's flatties, there's heaps of wide in. It's actually quite a good tide for it as well. So that last of the run out, first push of the run in, which you'll have pretty early, it's definitely worth shooting around, say, mouth of Duck Creek or along Kalinga there for both wide in and flatties. So flatty wise, I'd be throwing little plastics like these little Dougie favourite.
Yeah, I want to get mine in first, mate. There you
go. Yeah.
Gulp shrimp, I just love them.
And like there's a lot of prawns running at the moment, so I would definitely be throwing a prawn style. So these are just little pre-rigged ones. I generally do take that weedless hook out and put a jig head in it. Just makes it sink a bit quicker and a bit more hook exposure as well.
About a 2 or 3 in about a quarter or 1/6.
Yeah. So just so they glide down, but they've been working absolutely a treat. And
plenty of whiting on Kalinga Bank as usual, up the top end of South Straddie there in the basins.
The lagoons,
and so you talked about prawns before, so where are the prawns running, mate? What's the latest goss?
The goss. I'd probably go to Redland Channel if it was me. Out the front of Redland Bay up there. If not, I'd try around the Saltworks, which is in between Lamb and Carragara Island, and it's about a 65-foot hole.
Yeah, so
it's quite deep.
The room right here is obviously I have been at Redland during the week.
Yeah.
Right in front where the barge comes in there, in the channel, and guys are easily getting their bucket load, which is about 10 litres for their effort. And then they move to the Saltworks. The schools are continuously coming out, right? Yeah. So the Saltworks have best the last couple of days, but they're right up hard against the rocks.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of nets in stock at the moment. We have Pro Throws. We have the Wilson ones, we have Seahorse, we have lots of different brands of top pocket cast nets with chain and without chain, and 12 foot, 10 foot, whatever size you want.
Yeah.
And we've got deals on as well, but we can teach you how to throw as well, by the way. Stewie's way or Dougie's way, take a pick.
That's right, mate.
And
so do you want to fill a bucket in half an hour or 4 hours?
That's right. So it's the same, but if you go to the right spot, you can fill it straight away.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, guys, there's plenty of prawns around, and they're great fun to catch and great to eat. Fantastic to eat.
Yeah.
And they're big. They're like
big prawns.
Small king size. That makes sense at the moment. and they're getting bigger every week.
Yeah, when we say a bucket, like a 10-litre bucket isn't 10 kilos, it's
I think
actually
that's
8
a 10
kilos.
bucket.
But
Is that 10 litre?
that's a 10-litre bucket. So there's 8 kilos of prawns going into a bucket that big. So it's a lot of prawns, and it's really good fun catching them. Good eating.
Similar
fresh.
price to the average net, so you pay your net in one day.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Okay, Stu. Let's head on down to crabs.
Crabs.
Okay.
So you went crabbing.
I went crabbing last weekend. Up real quick before work. I mean, I went at 3 o'clock in the morning, left home, and I was back at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I went from Runaway Bay up to Logan River.
Yeah.
So I spent 2.5 hours travelling, pots in the water for 50 minutes, and another 35 minutes pulling them.
Yeah.
And I think we got about 11 crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Muddies.
big muddies.
Yep.
Yeah. So the muddies are really good, and the size is really good, and the mouth of Logan's just been near Long Island, but not inside the green zone, outside the green zone, in the main river.
Yeah.
Has been at the Logan has been exceptionally good.
Yeah.
The Pimpernel's been really good too, up from Diamond Head right up towards Calypso Bay.
Yeah.
And the Coombe Lake's been really good too.
Yeah.
They've started marching this week, so so Coombe Lake's been really good as well. I give that a crack up in the boundary there, but not inside the boundary.
No.
And I'd probably give the Drang River a go too. I think they're just everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
And the big muddies and they're full.
Yeah, it's strange. Like I'd definitely be going further up the rivers and hanging out like in the main basin.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't had the rain done.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
And the strange thing is, that I actually had a couple of muckrats for dinner last night, and they were green as.
Yeah.
They were hard, but they were hard green, not a soft green.
Yeah.
And I was actually scraping the meat off the inside of the claws as that packed.
Yeah.
Even though they're green as.
Yeah.
So feel the weight before you throw it back.
Yeah.
If you want to, before you throw your greens back.
Yeah.
Legal size, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So plenty of crabs around. So let's venture down towards the Broadwater now.
Yeah.
Crab Islands, Stewies,
Crab
flatties.
Island, plenty of flatties. There's so much bait in that Broadwater at the moment. There's heaps of bait offshore. It's all that real small bait. And obviously prawns and things like that are running at the moment. So definitely heaps of flatties. There's been some good whiting on those Crab Island flats as well, particularly around that western side on that run-in tide as well.
Yep.
I'll be fishing unweighted yabbies or small surface lures, like little MMD ones that you got there, Dougie.
Yep.
Well, that's a bit bigger size, so you'd be catching more flatties and brim and stuff like that on that size. And we do the smaller size as well.
Yeah, we do the whole lot.
And they're an absolute killer. And
Yeah, I'll give that a go.
Yeah.
There's a few garfish starting to show up as well, so we got all the floats in here for you. And the garfish are quite good size, and they're beautiful clean fish.
Yep.
And really nice to eat. And try around Crab Island and around the banks, just at where the rock wall ends on South Stratty, North Wall, see where it ends, and get that big bank just from there down to Crab Island on that edge. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Give that a go. Maybe around Effort Island as well.
Yeah, been a few sandies around that, like Crab Island, Sovereign Island, as well.
Got a few of those the other day as well.
Yep.
They're all on the western foreshore channel from sort of Bayview down to Sovereign.
Yep.
Yep, in about 10 foot of water, but overnight's best.
Yep.
Yep.
And Seaway's been fishing pretty good, Dougie.
Yeah, Seaway, Jewies.
Lee went out yesterday afternoon, got a couple of jacks before that storm.
Yeah, he's a pretty good fisherman.
He's a good fisherman, but he's very good.
Plus Stewie and me, no difference.
Yeah. Depends
yeah.
whose eyes you're looking through. Mine or Doug's as to who's better or who's worse. But anyway, So in all honesty, I'd probably be live baiting or fishing like a medium size plastic, so 4 to 6 inch around that north wall of the Seaway. And as Dougie said, heaps of jewies. There's jacks there. There's flatties there, and it's been fishing quite well.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's right. And I hear rumours of just the odd squid being caught. I know that up in Moreton Bay there's heaps. Yeah. But down here there's the odd arrow squid starting to get caught. So I would probably give them a crack about another 2 weeks, I reckon. Yeah. Water's still a bit warm. It needs to be about 24 at most, still 26, 27. Yeah. So give that a go. But then Stewie, up the Downs. What's happening up the Downs, mate?
Downs, mate. I can tell you there's very hard barra fishing in the northern Downs because I just spent 2 weeks trying to catch them and I caught 6. But
so didn't go when I went.
But apart from that, heaps of bass down these dams.
Yeah.
Somerset's been fishing pretty good. Hin's been fishing good. Narang and Coomera River, if you want to do a bit of wild stuff, has been fishing pretty good as well. So with all these afternoon storms and stuff that we've been having that last couple of weeks and the humid weather, really gets bass and all the native stuff on the go. So I'd definitely start off with surface, like in any low light situation. So that's a little Mega Bass Siglet. It's definitely one of the better ones. But the action doggy is second to none.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just walk it on the surface, stop, pause, let the rings dissipate. As soon as you do the next twitch, they just inhale it. They're sitting there looking at it.
Yeah. And then if the sun's a bit higher and you've got a lot more light, I'd be trying to, as the sun rises, the fish go deeper. So I'd be trying either spinnerbaits or like a deeper diving hard body. And you can either troll them if you're in the dam, or you can just cast them and retrieve them around that deeper structure.
Yeah, I love like if you're walking the wild rivers sort of stuff, the spinnerbaits cast them down along the edge of a log that goes down the water like that.
Yeah.
Right, pretty well hit the bottom and then just sort of work it back up on the edge of the log. You just can't miss.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they're really good. Yeah, so the dam's fishing well, Stu. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A couple of things we skipped, guys. Sorry, just to let you know. For the wahoo, I just like purple colours. Bit of a
Dark colour.
Dark colour.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of lure that we're using. These things work really well, by the way. Rigged up. And Stewie, your rubber.
Mate, this is new. New this week, but I like snapper fishing.
So we can't get the Dokens anymore, so we're trying to find something as good and similar.
Yeah.
And I reckon these are going to come.
I think these
close.
are going to smack it.
Probably just don't have any again.
No, that's right. You just got to ride the wave while it's here.
Yeah.
But yeah, these rubbers, they look really good. And we've got them in a couple of different sizes, doggy, from about, say, 75 grams up to about 100 grams.
115, I think, for the pearl, isn't that? And yeah, they're Japanese, and the hooks are coloured to suit the skirt, which is really unique, and very, very, very sharp.
Yep. Yeah. But I think they'll work an absolute treat. And apart from that, doggy, that's about it. If you want to slow troll a pilly for the mackerel, definitely our little slow troll pilly rigs.
Yep.
They've been smacking them.
So the other one that we have with the weight on it, we do have a few left. We've got to get them made up if we can't keep up to them. But again, same deal. We can't get any more. It's hard to get.
Yep.
And the thing we didn't mention, Stu, we had a quick cast. Get back to offshore again. We had a quick cast for Spanish.
Yeah.
On the surface with big stick baits using this type of thing here, and also there's these guys here from Venom, a lot of different colours, and we didn't have much success, but I have to admit it wasn't an early morning bite the other day. The fish really come on probably about 8:30.
Yeah. Yeah,
and we'd sort of given up on those by about 7, so we're a bit tired. So, but when you're casting, there's a lot of effort to it until you actually hook a fish, and then the adrenaline cuts in, and you don't mind casting for another 2 hours. Then, but we never had that adrenaline cut in. No.
So we did on the spotties.
Yeah, on the spotties we did. Yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, we've got the stuff here to help you out if you want to go have a go at casting poppers and stick baits at Spanish mackerel and yellowfin and stuff. Yeah. Cool. Okay, great. So don't forget to pop along. We will help you out on all the stuff we talked about, and hope you guys get heaps of fish over the weekend. It's great weather. Enjoy it, and leading up to Easter, we've got all the gear. We're stocked to the hill, and we can help you out at the best price you can see online. Anyway, catch you soon. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, and don't forget to watch tonight if you're into offshore mackerel fishing. We can help you out by watching our show tonight live. And Stu, any other thing else to say? About it, mate. Okay. I did catch more fish on Monday. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye. Stu lost lots of my fish on the gaff. We'll see that later, guys. Okay, thank you. Catch you soon. Bye.